Hi, I'm Jack. Saw you wore the Immortals glyph. Figured I'd introduce myself.
You're the new recruit. I'm the Viscount Hauserel, Lord of Sevenridge and Eye of Lavenry. Sorry I missed your induction ceremony, Jack.
On a mission, your lordship?
Sure. And please, just Hauser. Fewer words benefit us all. Honestly, I didn't think anyone would pass selection this time around. No one has in years. So I dallied. Apologies again, I should have been here for you.
No worries. So, what was the mission?
I'm a hexbrand, Jack. Do you know what that is?
Oh, an assassin.
Yes. You can figure out the mission from there.
I didn't think the Immortals had assassins.
Understandable. It's not really tip of the spear now, is it? The Immortals are more than that. It's just Kirkin's favorite way of selling it.
Does she give you a target list? Writs? Devin said writs once.
Call them sanctions. Their approval is a nebulous mix of Lavenry, the Grand Magnus, Circumstance, and myself. Are you interested in taking one on?
Wait, we can do that? How?
The Order of Masks have a group of Magni called the Six that range far from Rasharn. Lucian needs them dead. If you want the sanction, it's yours. That's how we do it.
Being a Viscount, that means you have a claim to the throne, right?
I'm 15th in line and never getting closer. Realistically, you have as much claim as I do.
Uh-huh, sure. What's it like being part of a dynastic house?
It's bad for one's health.
Come on.
Oh, I'm serious. Why else would so many of us train as assassins? There's the ever war between kingdoms, and then there's the little war known in every court in Aveum. They're the same except for scale. Magni obsessed with fighting other Magni for the rule of magic. I have to watch my back on two fronts.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
Doesn't save.
You're a piece of shit.
I heard you fought the hand alone, Jack. It's good to see you in one piece. The others are waiting for you in the war chamber.
Jack,
Heard you walked right up into a whole thing.
Take up a position at the table, Initiate. There's a lot to talk about.
Any of these possible?
Sounds like Zendara filled you in, sir, but I've got about 1,000,000 questions.
Story time, Jack.
and I used to really love story time.
The Shrouded Realm is a world of raw, untempered magic. A magic so formless and wild, it's impossible to master.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Then the Pentasod came to that world and created the fonts. 5 great anchors that connected the Shrouded Realm to Aveum. The ley lines spread out from these fonts, traveling through both worlds, turning the Shrouded Realm's magic into a resource we could use.
If someone could capture the power of a font, they'd control magic in a way that no Magnus has before.
Like a living ley line tower, capable of drawing magic from the very source, capable of even redirecting it away from other Magni.
Sandrak has done exactly that. We believe he's in possession of a Thrata Cull, a binding stone, an artifact that can control the fonts.
So that's what I saw the hand pull out of the ruins.
That's right. With it, Sandrak will eventually be able to block our access to magic completely. Then the Everwar is over.
Over? As in he takes over Lucium?
As in, he takes over everything.
Sir, respectfully and whatever, you're wrong.
Excuse me?
Oh boy.
You said it yourself. Magic is a resource.
You're a piece
Just
of
because
shit.
Sandrak absorbed
No
the
one
font or
cares.
whatever doesn't mean his power is endless. It's just that it's probably ginormous. If he found a way to use the Binding Stone, so can we. We can take it back and then...
Make yourself at home.
I bring you good news, sister. Peace is near. Allow me to let you witness it,
A small kindness between friends.
if you would have it.
We were just discussing what the best response would be to your desecration of the fonts.
Had you yet concluded you have none? Let us meet at Nicaea to discuss the terms of your surrender. I hear now you speak for your king. So there should...
Trap!
The boy does not know me. You have my word. The traditions of Aristea will be upheld, without violence. I see a Lucium that genuinely survives this part of history. Can you?
Well, that was horrible. Course of action?
Devin, make sure every last trace of them is really gone. Zendara, I need you to speak to the Watch commanders.
We're meeting Sandrak at Nicaea.
We're outgunned, not outfought. Not yet. Jack, let's talk.
Sir? About Nocia?
Definitely not now, Initiate. The Grand Magnus wants to speak to you.
Right. I'll come back.
Don't.
You good?
With the most dangerous man alive just strolling into the Palathon briefing room. From 1,000 miles away through some spatial overlap warping spell that no one's ever seen before.
I guess you're not.
I'm just saying there's a lot to unpack there.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Wait, Jack, listen.
But...
But don't, well, you know, let all that cloud your judgment when we try and backstab him at Nocia. There's no word, really, for the kind of power he wields.
Don't worry. I'm a soldier. I won't make a move until Kirkin gives the word.
That in no way lines up with your past interactions with your superiors.
Hey!
I'm just saying. Rumor is you're a bit of a shoot from the hip. Bit of a bull rush. That can't happen in Nocia. I'm sorry. I really need to get it together. Foreign magics are difficult to scrub out of a breach zone on the best of days.
Is Indara right? We're going to actually walk into Sandrak's trap.
It's not a trap. Sandrak fashions himself after the nobility of Aristea. He'll honor the tradition of Nocia as neutral ground.
Sir, I know you don't plan to surrender.
Not even a little bit. We'll take him by surprise, hit him with everything we got, and hope the power of that binding stone of his is found wanting.
Okay, so it's our trap, then.
The Immortals can't let Sandrak take control of magic, Jack. We have to take our chances.
Speaking of the Immortals and Sandrak having been an Immortal and you never telling me your fellow Immortal...
I figured this was coming. There's not a lot of time here. Safe to say, it's better if we table it.
I had a right to know. You recruited me the day Sandrak destroyed my home. I've been fighting against Rasharn ever since you told me.
What difference would it have made?
I don't know. But how do you benefit by constantly keeping secrets from me? You could have told me about the fonts long before any of this. You could have told me how using magic destroys the world before training me.
You joined the army, Jack, not the academy. You only needed to know what helped you in the field.
I don't feel that's a good enough answer, sir.
I'm sure you can live with it for the time being. If we survive Nocia, we can talk about it again. Now, a few pieces need to fall into place for this ambush to work. I need you to take this to Captain Selko.
A portal stone. Any message to go along with it?
Selko will know what to do. You'll find him in Lordsfell along with a battalion of our soldiers.
Understood. I'll head out now.
Oh, what's this? It's just filled with people that, you know, pay for fake use. Old person watches is watching. Well, it's probably one of the 30 bots you paid for. That's cool though. That's trying to go to where I'm supposed to.
Don't think I have a spell for that.
I'm trying to.
Kirkin didn't say what that thing does.
Probably better you don't know, sir.
Is it though?
If you got captured.
Sure, sure. It's just, if I knew the whole plan, it could be helpful, since I'm like, part of the plan. Am I right?
You have a point.
You aren't going to tell me, are you?
Nope.
Great. See you around, Captain.
All the people in this game are fucking useless.
Kirkin's asking for an update.
I delivered the portal stone to Captain Selko. What's next?
Rendezvous with the rest of us at Nocia. Our parley with Sandrak is imminent.
Parlay.
What?
Never heard anyone actually use that word.
It's the nerves.
Uh-huh. See you soon.
That's great, man. That's full. I'm still trying to just use the door. Nothing I can do there. Stones, there's a trip. Caspian, shut up. Oh. See anything. There's a puzzle there. See. Like it's something to do with something to turn those off. That's not what I meant. Oh. Definitely should be able to get on. Motherfucker can't even make that jump. That definitely turns to do something. Oh, motherfucker. So close, but I don't find it. That's okay. That's all it does is that far? Really? It's not far enough for anything. Hmm.
That's no Sia up ahead. Game face, Jack.
Something with these puzzles, I know it. I don't know. Something.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Something over this coming.
Can I call dibs?
Not the time, Jack.
So, what's the plan?
To know, this all feels a bit improvisational, if I'm being honest.
You bring no banner?
Didn't feel the need.
I held a small hope you might see reason. Yet you remain the same Kirkin that made me abandon the Immortals years ago. Obsessed with victory, stranger to compromise. Your eye ever bent towards the world's ruin.
And you just want to save it.
I can. With this. Its mastery over the fonts means I can end the war.
You mean win the war? By turning the rest of us defenseless?
In our every meeting, yipping pup.
Jack's right, though. You're not worthy of that power, Sandrak. Your airships bomb the free cities of the East and then wonder why they resist you now? The last order that surrendered to Rasharn, you burned their ambassadors alive. If my eye is ever bent towards the world's ruin, it's because I'm trying to stop the man causing so much of it.
Please. Don't make me do this.
Captain Selko. You went mad. You didn't abandon us. You were exiled. And I'm still paying the price for not killing you.
Remember, this blood is on your hands.
It's the wound!
He's moving it!
We have to go! Now! Fall back!
Boo doo 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 doo.
Devin.
Jack, glad you're on your feet. That could have been so much worse. Took ages, but Zendara was finally able to dig you out of the rubble.
Oh, no, not her. I rather would have died. I'm never living that down.
Nope. Never.
How many did we lose?
Considering Sandrak just dropped a city into the wound, surprisingly few. But enough to have made his point. Kirkhan's left for Lavenry to talk with the king. He wants a full surrender after Nocia. There's even talk that Kirkhan's emergency powers may be rescinded.
So who's in charge?
Zendara. And I'll warn you, she's in a bit of a mood.
Kind of on brand for her.
I heard that.
Whoops.
Meet us in the war chamber, Jack. We've come to the conclusion that we're in desperate need of a plan.
This needs to turn resolution.
Hey, Orphe. What's shaking?
We're probably at your graduation party.
Are you sure that's...
Forgive us if we aren't, Candle. The years get wet.
Right. It's the seer part of being...
Red, chaos, green...
causing a temporal thingamad...
You'll forgive us if we say no?
So as a seer, you're what? Like maybe our reconnaissance?
We work as an intelligence specialist, yes. Remote recon is part of our duties.
That's back a ways, actually. But Kirkhan said you can see the...
In theory.
What?
We know...
Is that...
Maybe, but Devon's our code-breaker, so it's best to ask... Sounds like it's settled then.
So with your...
Depending on when we look. Sometimes. Malbiage is winning it now against the Kel. Oh, we're 12,000 years ago, when sigils were...
Not so much...
Eternal things, like the Everwall.
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, it's very weird. Aggravating.
I've been meaning to ask you about...
It has nothing to do with Rashan's Order of Masks. They are little more than a broken cult.
Whoa, I totally wasn't gonna make that...
The Yakal settled along the western rain valleys.
Hold up,
Oh. We were the only Yakala to...
Then it's like the Wall of Names. Your mask.
It's only a mask, Candle. Sadly, we could not. The Thradakul is an Aristean art...
Wait, did you just read my mind?
We can't do that. Such magic was outlawed.
Okay, but then how did you...
Oh, of course. You're just catching up to the discussion you started. As we were saying, Nocia's fate was hidden from us, as the Thradakul is an Aristean artifact.
Huh. Maybe...
Nor scroll. It's on...
Good chat, Orphe.
One, two, four. Toss myself off from my.
Ambassador Dem,
Hello,
you're here because...
Sandra.
So what...
But you caught
How widely...
only
I hear...
you
Got
it.
out.
Kurgan and I.
I have to go, Ambassador.
Dun 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 dun. Do.
Kirkin may be gone, but our job's still the same. Eliminating Sandrak and his hold over the fonts.
There are 5, right? He can't have them all yet. We may not know what the Binding Stone does, or how Sandrak uses it, but we can try and keep him away from the rest if all of us just... What?
The fonts are hidden from us, Jack. Invisible. Buried in the liminal spaces where the borders between Aveum and the Shrouded Realm are weakest.
We only know the location of 2. The Palathon is actually built around one, and the other is in the Tower of Masks in Rishard.
Which means Sandrak's already used the Binding Stone to absorb its power.
We have to assume he has.
Technically, we now know the location of 3 fonts, but the one in the Pale Forest is, well, you saw what happened to it.
So that leaves the last 2, and only Sandrak knows where they are. Fine. Pin that. We concentrate on the Binding Stone instead. We know where that is. We just need to learn how to shut it off. And fast.
Not necessarily. According to my research, a Thradakol takes a huge toll on its possessor. Sandrak will have to rest before doing another stunt like that. We may have a little time.
Which leads us to former Grand Magnus, Thaddeus. Kirkin's predecessor, now in exile. The oldest of us that still lives. By all accounts, he was an expert on Aristea. If there's a weakness to the very Aristean Binding Stone, he'll know about it. In theory.
Sticky wicket, the situation with Thaddeus.
That's not important.
Kind of feels like it is.
What Zendara means to say is it doesn't matter that Thaddeus hates the Immortals and everything we stand for, because you'll undoubtedly figure out a way to convince him to help us. And a bonus potential setback, because the universe is cruel. Like the remaining fonts, we also don't know where Thaddeus is.
His last known location was the Sky Islands of Oromond, digging through the archives at the Library of Akoth.
Okay, then what are we waiting for? I go to Oromond, make nice with a friendly librarian.
Actually getting to Oromond is difficult, Initiate. You're gonna need to learn how to ride a ley line. Devin, you're running support. Walk Jack through what he needs to do to get airborne.
Ready when you are, Jack. You'll need a special spell to properly ride the ley lines, and a strong stomach.
Why? What's this spell like?
Like Lash, only more panic, vertigo, and fear of heights. Fortunately, there's a Shroud Fane in the Harrows where you can find one.
The Harrows over in Havenshire? Got it. Alright, I'll be quick. But hey, you okay? We never really got to talk about what happened at Nicaea.
They're hard for me to pass, honestly. my feelings on all of that destruction. Call me when you have the spell, and I'll tell you where we go from there.
Okay. Let's go learn how to splish. Hi,
Hello.
white girl.
How's it going?
Going.
Damn. It's chilly out here.
No.
At least it's not windy.
I don't think I have a spell for that.
Chaboo.
Yeah, it's been a little chilly. It's weird because we are really not busy at all. I think I've had 13 calls, and I've been on ready since 11:30 to pick something.
Fun.
It's cold. Ugh. The sun feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Zach said this worm was hard.
Is it? Which one is it?
The worm that he was fighting in Aveum last night just breezed right through it with ease.
Oh, jeez. So on Friday, I accidentally sent 2 of the same freaking calls that I graded on an agent to Dwayne, and he's like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "I'm not sure what you're talking about. It should be 2 separate calls." No, he was right. It's 2 of the same exact calls that was graded, and I'm like, how in the fuck does that even happen? So I looked and I'm like, it's because I accidentally sent two of the same exact ones, and instead of clicking on the extra, I graded.
Oh.
How are the kids doing?
They're okay.
That's good.
They're being children.
Yeah.
Don't think I have a spell for that. Devin, where do I head next? I've got the spell I need to ride the ley lines.
Splendid. The ley line we need to get to Orman is close by.
Heading your way then.
So work going great so far?
Yeah, it's been really slow.
So the time of your life?
Yeah.
Some view, huh? If magical post-apocalyptic vistas are your thing.
What the hell happened out there?
The getter.
It's been extremely slow.
Mix stupid ideas with bold, magical
Like I said, I've gotten, what, like 13 calls?
Wait, they did it to themselves?
Ding.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, the mission. Go to the archives at the Library of Akoth in Orman. See if we can find any trace of Thaddeus, and find out if he knows anything about the Binding Stone. You ready to leave now? Or do you want to go over other mission intel?
So the Gateron.
More dynastic.
Back at the palace.
I poke around. Evidently.
I think I'm good to go. After you.
Let's see if I remember how to do this.
I can get used to that.
Give me a portal any.
I should get back in there.
That's a very
I
hard for me right now.
I love you.
love
Suck it
you
up, buddy.
too.
We need to get to.
I'll talk to you in a little while, okay?
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Jack. This is Devin. Thanks for the assist. What's your name?
Kenzie. You're Lucians, aren't you?
Also, immortals. Just to be clear.
Is that a literal thing?
What? No, we can die. It's just
Good.
like...
Then stay back.
Hey, watch it!
Jack, I may have neglected to mention that the Ormic are notoriously territorial underneath their Bohemian facade.
Oh, that's rich. Coming from a pampered classist jackboot masquerading as some champion of justice.
Look, we're just looking for someone that was here a little bit ago.
I love neo-anarchist pablum as much as the next weak-kneed revolutionary. But I think we can both admit it loses its luster when it ultimately results in the destruction of your entire kingdom.
That's not what happened, and you imperialist fuckos know it.
Oh, did I say kingdom? I'm sorry. I meant a failed collective that's now just a stretch of gravity-challenged rocks. Maybe the next wrong-headed egalitarian social experiment with magic fares a bit better than all of this unchecked calamity.
Wow. Does he always love to hear himself talk this much?
Well,
Jack?
I mean, I can't say no.
Because I'm streaming it.
Look, how about we table the culture clash for a bit, huh? We came here on a mission to keep Sandrak from winning the Ever War. Maybe you can help us.
Who? You know what? Scratch that. It's not like I care who wins that stupid war. The sooner someone does, the sooner you can all get out of orbit.
You don't know who Sandrak is?
Nope. But I figure since you're Lucian, he's from Asharn. Same thing, really.
Different flags. Same oppressive totalitarian magic-hoarding police state.
Sleeve stuff and go.
Unhelpful.
You're on your own. Mind the road. These chronicler constructs are everywhere. Started spilling out of the library months ago. And you'll be happy to know that there are plenty of Rasharnians around, too. You can keep trying to prove which one of you has the right to determine the lives of the rest of us.
Hey, wait up. We really are here to save the world.
Let her go.
With the Rasharnians and these chroniclers about, we really could use someone that knows the territory. I'll catch up with her and...
Be nicer?
Good plan. You push forward to the library and we'll meet you there. She'll come around.
Sure. Oh, I'm still 5,000 short. Ugh. Yes, I feel like the lumps could be useful.
Here we go.
Okay, so I can jump off at any time. That's curious.
More chroniclers. What is all that webbing? Is it metal? I can grapple over there.
Ask me and go! Leave stuff alone. Sounds pretty crazy. Whatever, go. Out of the bathroom. It's not a fucking play zone. Okay, so I grapple to here. I'm supposed to hope for the best here. Because there is no grapple thing. Oop. It's closer. my asshole. I thought about it.
Gotcha.
Trying.
That's a whole lot of lurge.
I haven't died again yet. Yeah, I wouldn't bother doing any. Yeah. I'll try. Yeah. No. Trying to get there.
Jack, I caught up to our favorite radical, who, it turns out, still wants nothing to do with me.
Super. So she bailed again.
She did.
Yeah, I just gotta see when the fuck this saves.
Librarians built the chronicler constructs to serve as assistants in some great undertaking that ultimately
I think it does auto-save, but I'm not sure.
killed them all in a bloody uprising.
Everyone? So there's no one at the library to ask about Thaddeus.
And yet you'll persevere. For my part, I'm going to hunt down and destroy as many of the chroniclers as I can. They're too close to the Lucian border for my liking.
Copy that. Meet me at the library when you can.
I might. I tried. Oh, my stomach's growling at me. It must think I have herpes. It's probably something the stream wanted to hear. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I might. Have no idea where I'm going. Oh, avoiding her appearance now? Finally. Well, I know before you were gonna get stuck going there, so... I wouldn't. Tell them you forgot religion, you turned Jew, you can't go celebrate. Well... No, do the Jew thing. You know how many days they get Christmas presents? Or Chanukah presents, I should say. Oh, ain't like that shit spelled correctly. Chaka-naka-naka. Oh, yeah. Well, how would you be with me? I'm still on this game. I was gonna say, I'm still sitting here shooting shit trying to find where there will be a save spot. I'm guessing after I get to the new area, whenever it finishes, will be one. The game doesn't tell you when it's saving, though, is the fun part, so I'll never know. Good, go away! I don't care!
So dissolving the big metal nodes clears patches of it up. Good to know. Yeah, then. I keep coming across some weird swirling metal material. Any idea what it is?
I've seen it before. Constructs often take their embedded instructions and improve on them to do their jobs better and faster. Sometimes they leak those instructions. It comes out of them like metallic sweat.
You mean learning? They leak learning.
Sure. Invariably, it bubbles out and just makes a mess. Constructs are usually broken down before it happens. The fact that there's so much, well...
I don't see other ley lines. This may be the last one to finally get to the spot I'm supposed to be. Yep, it's bound to be. Library of Akath. A little bit of one.
Gotta find a way inside.
Alright. I killed the monster. I hope. There, upgraded my health pack. They were probably a horny vegetable. Yeah, you should have used the feather. I mean, normally the pistols do more damage than anything that matters. wouldn't surprise me. There we go. Finally found the code to open the door.
Jack, have you found the entrance to the archives yet?
I think so. Right behind a big-ass pile of that mined metal shit.
The chroniclers blocked it off. Why?
How would I know? I'll try to clear a path.
How am I supposed to do this? I don't know how to do this. I'm just gonna hope it saves.